Good morning, everyone. John from Popeyes Postcards. We're going to do our what sold video. These are the postcards that sold on eBay. What day? Let me see. April 8th, 9th, and 10th. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. As you can see on the screen, 50 orders and $475. So roughly 150, what, a little bit more than that. 150 bucks a day, we'll just call it. So let's go ahead and get started. Probably going to be about a 20-minute video. First is Pinehurst, North Carolina Golf Club Putting Green Clubhouse, North Carolina. This sold for $7.99. And I just put that up not too long ago, just to get April 1st. So $7.99 for that card. Show you the back. There's the back. Golf courses always sell for me. I will always pick them up if they're cheap enough, quarter or less than $1. This is entrance to Citadel, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and this sold for $5.99. Going back to Canada, Middleborough, Kentucky, Britain Court Motel, 1940s. There's that. And that sold for $4.75. Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, 1948 Mack 1,000 gallons per minute pumper fire truck. And that sold for $6. Next, I'll show you the back of that. I don't know. There's the back. That was $6. Next, Mountain View Scenic Greetings from Mountain View, Missouri. And that's sold. Let me see. That sold for $8.49. This is Maryland, Seaplanes, Baltimore, Transatlantic Air Base, Airport, Dundalk, Maryland, 1939. And that sold for $9.99. Next, Mount Airy, North Carolina, Aerial View Quarry Plant, North Carolina Granite Corporation. Just listed this within the last week. And it sold for $9.99. Redwood Park, California, world's largest octopus trees. Let me see. Real People Postcard. Since Real Photo Postcard is not correct according to People, this is a real person postcard. There, and that sold for $7.49. Let me see. Next, we have Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania, Lake to Sea Highway. Been up for 8+ years. $6.99 for that card. Easter Greetings, Anthropomorphic Dressed Chicks in Car, 1908. I covered this before. Would be better to say dressed chicks and put in the word fantasy. Could be a clap saddle. Not 100% sure. Has that look. So it might be a clap saddle. $14.99 for that card. Same person bought this one. Easter Wishes, Anthropomorphic Bunny Driving Carriage with Chicks. Pretty neat card. Probably could have asked more for that. Should have asked more for that. I think that's a nicer card than the other one. $10.99 for that one. Cleveland, Ohio, Night Scene Municipal Airport, circa 1940s. And that's sold for $9.99. USS Colorado, U.S. Navy ship Armored Cruiser, 1909. I run into these all the time. Usually pick them up if they're $1 or less. $10.99 again for that card. Did I show you the back? I don't remember. There's the back. Next, Death Valley Scotty's Castle Interior. This is in Death Valley, California. This is a real pineapple postcard. I don't know if I said photo, but that's incorrect. And this is Death Valley, California, Scotty and the Johnsons, Scotty's Castle. This is a real Corpus postcard. And that sold for $5.99. Sold some dental magazines, periodicals, journals. This is Antique Dentistry, Dental Items of Interest Journal, November 1917. And I wrote ads, so you can see. That's why I hated listing these 12 pictures or 11 pictures or whatever. But I think you got to show all the ads in here. This sold for, I think it was like $16. I sent out offers. So the same person bought that one and this one. Also for $16. And then they bought this one also for $16. Pretty cool ads in these. And again, $16. So got rid of 3 of those for, what is it, almost $50, a little bit more than $50 maybe. This is Ocean City, New Jersey, Watson Coffee Shop Restaurant, 1950s. Ocean City, New Jersey. So $5.99 for that one. Fayetteville, North Carolina, In-Town Motel, classic cars. And I just listed this one not too long ago. When was that? April 7th. So $5.99 for that card. Large letter greetings from Louisiana. Linen. 1930s, 40s. $4.74 for that card. This is Toledo, Ohio, Superior and Adams Street View. 1938, 5 and dime store. And that sold for $5.99. Red Crest, California, Wishing Well, External Treehouse Avenue of the Giants. So roadside attraction in California. $6.99 for that one. Bel Air, California, home of Judy Garland, picture inset, 1940s. I've mentioned these before. Find them in the quarter box. Sell them for $6. And there's another one of Judy Garland. Went to the same buyer. Same house, just a little bit different view. $5.99. Salisbury, North Carolina. Aerial view, Rowan Memorial Hospital. Again, North Carolina. Just listed this also within the last week. Sold for $6.99. This is Alaska Caribou Swimming, the Yukon River. We'll call this one a real penis postcard. Yes. Yes, it is. And that sold for $7.99. I think I should have probably just changed the title. Really snarky today, aren't I? It's a Monday. This is Rhode Island, Pawtucket, St. Joseph's Church and School. Had a whole bunch of these. Been selling them very slowly over the years, and the computer froze. So there's that. Did I show you the back? I probably did. $3.99 for that one. This is Crossville, Tennessee, Tansy Resort on Lake Tansy. Multi-view. Everybody having fun. $12.99 for that one. Here we have, what are we going to call this one? This is World War II era USN Navy sailors. We'll call this, how about a real porcupine? No, well, this is definitely a Real People postcard right here. RPPC, Real People postcard. Looks like USN. Not sure if it's like a boot camp picture or what, but $11.25 for the Real People postcard. This is kind of interesting. This is Verona, New Jersey School District 1929 report card for this William Butt. 6A. I think I have, well, what did I say? Number 6. I think I have this person's complete report card from the 20s into the 30s when I graduated high school. I don't know if I paid $1 for them. I don't think I would have paid $1 for a dozen of these. I think I paid $0.25 or so. But anyway, $5 for that one. This has been up for 2 or 3 years at least, and finally just sold the first one. That's fine. They can sit for another 3 or 4 years until I sell another one. They don't take up much room. $5 for that one. Some reason I broke this out here. This is Christmas Girl Holly Wreath Artist Sign Margaret Evans Price, MEP. There's MEP right there, MEP. So that stands for Margaret Evans Price, and that went for $5. Get rid of that. This is Plymouth, New Hampshire Polar Caves Road Sign Attraction Entrance Sign. It's got a freaky looking thing. Look at his arm. Weird. And that's sold for $6. Next, this is West Virginia Modern Coal Mine Tipple, Babcock State Park, Fayette County. Sold on a best offer for $4.50. This is New York City, New York, the Rice Bowl Chinese restaurant in Chinatown, circa 1950s. 11 bucks. This is Greetings from Swartzwood Lake, New Jersey, Bear with Ball. Very generic view. They just happen to print Swartzwood Lake on this. I've seen this same Bear with Ball in different places. $8 for this. Same buyer bought this Swartzwood Lake card. 1940s, has some damage on it. Actually looks better in person than this picture represents. $8 best offer. And they bought this one too. Swartzwood Lake. Greetings from Swartzwood Lake. It's a mouthful. Been up for probably 7-8 years or longer. $5 best offer. Portland, Pennsylvania, pre-1908 View Dam and Falls. $10.99 for that one. This is New Mexico, Pueblo of Puyi Cliff, Kiva, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Fred Harvey, 1910s. There's the Fred Harvey. A little bit of damage on the back. Looked like it might have been ripped out of an album. Has some paper loss on the back. $5 best offer. This is Clearfield, Pennsylvania, Hilltop View of City. Probably 50s or 60s. $4.99 for that card. Mother Chicken with Chicks, artist. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Stall. Anyway, Switzerland. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let's try something.
Stili.
And that's sold for $6.99. We already looked at the back, and we learned how to pronounce Stili. This is Georgia, 1906, men standing in water. This is I'll wait for it.
Cyanotype.
And it's a real pumpernickel postcard, RPPC. And no, I'm sorry, it's a real people postcard because it has people in it. 9/19. I need a vacation. And that's, $9.19. There's the back. Oh, we got another real person postcard. This is the royal family, Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Philip, Charles, and Anne. There they are. This is what happens when you bind stacks of postcards together with rubber bands. So don't do it. They break down. The rubber breaks down and sticks to the back. And instead of a $20 postcard, it's a $14.99 postcard. So don't do that. Next, Easter. Let me see. Best wishes for Easter. Chick banging Bass Drum Parade Fantasy. So I used Fantasy in this one. And that sold for $9.99. This is Clarion, Pennsylvania, Clarion River, Route 322 bridge. And that sold for $5.99. This is Roaring Brook, Michigan, The Bridge, published Alton Cook, 1909. A little bit shaky. Let me see. That must be on the back. Yeah, down here along the bottom is the publisher information. $10.99 for that card. Next, this is, let me see, Plymouth, Michigan, Riverside Park. So it's a Real Park postcard. There it is. Real Park postcard. $9.74. And this is Wilmington, North Carolina, Hotel Cape Fear, dining room interior. I had, probably years ago, I had a stack of about a half a dozen of these cards, and they sold out. I think I probably put them for $5.99 or something like that back then. Sold out immediately. I thought I had a whole bunch more, and I just found them within the last couple days. Just listed them. I had 4 left, and they're selling for $9.99 each. I did send a best offer, 10% off, so the one that sold for $8.99. Next is Tulsa, Oklahoma Central High School, 1940s. $6.99 for that one. This is North Carolina, Greensboro. Let me see. I'm sorry. I don't know what I just said. I had to pause this for a second. This is Greensboro, North Carolina, Cone Mills Aerial View. This is an RPPC, which stands for Real Pretty Postcard. Pretty view of the plant here. Sold it at auction, $24.99. Had one bidder who protected their bid by bidding a second time, so which tells me I listed this too low. And $24.99 for that pretty postcard. And the last one, Las Vegas, Nevada, MGM Grand Hotel Resort. Came in the auction lots that I bought back in August of last year. Have a whole bunch of them. This is the first one that sold. Actually, it's not the first one that sold. I've sold several for $249. So there you go. 50 postcards sold in 3 days for $475. Okay, you know what? Hold on one second. I promised you a 20-minute video, and I'm 2 minutes short, and I haven't done this for a while. So let's look at upcoming postcard shows. Go out to a postcard show. If you've never been, if you're a reseller for selling postcards, go to the postcard show. Spend time in the quarter boxes. Cherry pick the dealers' priced cards. You will not be disappointed. You'll be overwhelmed, but not disappointed. There's a show coming up this weekend, Countryside, Illinois. It's the Greater Chicago Postcard and Paper Show, Holiday Inn, William Tell, Chicago. So $5 entrance fee. There's one the following weekend or 2 weeks after that, Cleveland, Ohio. This is the Western Reserve Postcard Society 48th Annual Postcard and Paper Show. And, of course, you got to probably call ahead and see if they are still open and COVID hasn't closed them. And then also check, that was Postal History. I think I just closed it. Postalhistory.com. The links are in my description below. Looks like there's the Sunshine Postcard Club Spring Show coming up. That's probably Florida. Hold on here. Yeah, there's the Countryside one. Also, this weekend coming up, Tampa, Florida, is the postcard show in Tampa, Florida, 1 day only. What's that? Saturday. $2 or $3 to get in, and then also the Cleveland, Ohio one, and then at the end of April, Allentown, PA. Keep an eye out on those. Again, there's the contact information on here. make sure you call and see if it's still canceled. 20 minutes exactly. Have a good day.